Dr. Gloria Trueh.
I will.
There are so many things online about her, from international speaker, mentor, entrepreneur, pastor, dynamic force in the business world. She's known for her resilience, innovation, and the revolutionary approach of breaking barriers. And I'm so happy to have you here and to learn from you today.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's good to be here with you. I had a wonderful day yesterday and today, but let's just step right through it. That's who I am, and I am the founder and CEO of United Religious Global Network, and what we do, we break barriers, building bridges for women globally. I also work with women transitioning from the corporate world to becoming a business owner. I'm pretty resilient about that because I went through a lot. I'll give you my story. It's so much, I'll just give you a part of it. I'm authentic, transparent, I have integrity, I'm very persuasive, and I love unity. That's my company name is United. I love unity. I want to get into the 10 pro tips for having a successful business. Now let me just give you a little bit, I'll give you my story as I go because it's a long story. When I came to the United States back in the 70s, I came with $50 and a carry-on. That's the kind of suitcase you just take on the plane and you put it overhead. I didn't know anyone. I was coming to my sister because we were having a lot of problems back home. There are 9 of us. I'm in the middle. 4 ahead of me and 4 after me, I'm in the middle. So as a little girl, I always wanted to come to the United States or even study abroad. And when that opportunity came was when my father passed away. And I told my mom, I said, I had graduated from high school in Barbados, and I wanted to come to the United States to educate myself, but there were so many of us, and I was not going down the road that I wanted to go. And also, my mother, father, uncle, and we all, at that time, as you know, they were not called entrepreneurs. They were called like little mom and pop stores, but entrepreneurship was in my family from the time I could remember as a little girl, because we were the ones that sat in we sat in the store that's attached to our home. And when someone come in, you call out mother, somebody's there in the shop. And if you're from the Caribbean or any part of that, you know that sometimes when you, a little girl, and you're so excited to sell and to get involved in things. So that's the first part of the story. Now what I'm talking about today is having a powerful business idea. I know all of us started our business. How many are still in the corporate world? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. So when I came to America, I got my education, I got my bachelor's, and when I finished my bachelor's, I was working to the University of Maryland as a clerk in the clinic. And I got very attached to the professors. I was very efficient, I was determined, I was not going to come to America and disappoint my mother. Because she said to us, she said to me, when you go, don't disappoint me, don't make me shame. So that was my incentive to come over to the United States and make a pathway for myself, and then I can work for my siblings. So every business was born of an idea, and as you can see, I'm going to go through it quickly because there are quite a few things to talk about. So we can make a difference in someone's life by solving a problem. All of us here, no matter what kind of business you have, you either want to solve a problem or work with a customer. My biggest aim in life is to work with women, because as a child, I see how my mother struggled, and I see how my parents, my aunts and uncles struggled to help my mother with us, because there were so many of us, and back in, well, they call us the third world country, but we're not a third world country, we're a developing country. As children, you always get the worst part of anything that happens. So you have to be specific. As you start your business, you have to be very specific with your niche, and you also have to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're not just doing it for the money. You're doing it because you have a passion. You're doing it because you love what you do. So a product or service that is unique, useful, high quality, and you want to make sure that if you have clients or customers, now some of us here have clients, some of us here have customers. Now I want to know right now who has a business that have customers or just clients. You have customers. Well, I have clients. I know quite a few of you have clients and coaches. Okay. So the aim of this presentation is to give you 10 pro tips that will help you to run a successful business in today's world. And these are some of the pro tips that I'm going to be focusing on. I know some of them have been already talked about, your values, your vision, cash flow. And cash flow is the most important thing in your business. Because if you're not making money in your company, you have a hobby. It's a hobby. You're not making any money, you're just having fun. So first of all, you have to know how your customer feel, where to find them, why, and customer satisfaction. Well, we're talking about customer and client. I want to make sure that my client, when he or she comes to me, mostly women, have few men. When they come to me, I say, I have an idea and I want to start a business. Some of them come with 3 different ideas to me. And I say, what do you want to do? You can't start a business and have 3 different things to do. Choose the one that you know is going to help you and bring you to that point or that status you want to go to. So my business will be successful. I want everyone to stand up. I think the room is kind of cold today, right now. I know it's coming on to the end of the day, but stand up for a minute. I want you to stand up for a minute. And this last verse right here, I want you to say and put your name right there, the name of your business, whatever you do. My business. My business.
Customer satisfaction and my client needs problems.
Okay, say that you mean it.
My business.
My business will be successful.
Be successful.
Gloria Trueh, focus on customer satisfaction or my client needs and problems.
Yes.
It cannot be successful if you don't put that energy in it. No matter how much money you invested. I started my first business with $50. And the first year I made $75,000 from $50. And this is what we're talking about today. 10 pro tips for running a successful business in today's economy and competitive world. And we know we live in a dog-eat-dog world. Everybody's there trying to catch what they can catch. You may be seated. I almost said you may be seated in the hospital. Okay, what does business success look like to you? Anybody can answer that question. What does business success look like to you? Anybody?
Comfortable life with a family, for yourself.
Okay.
Loyal.
Well, here's someone from right here.
Popular. Like a lot of people like you, don't know.
The challenge of running a thriving business is for some people, this is what looks like success to them. Growth, revenue, personal wealth, investments, stocks and bonds, real estate. Some people, when they get to the point where they need to be, you want to buy a jet. You want to have your own island. A lot of people that do that for extra money, instead of helping other organizations in other countries, you go up there and buy a jet, an island. You want the ability, well, some of them are reasonable. You want the ability to be able to travel, and you want to be frequently traveling with your family and friends. And also, who want to worry about money and have a business? Nope. If you worry about money and have a business, you need to go back to corporate.
Yay.
I don't want to go back to corporate, nothing. I don't want to sit in a cubicle anymore. I don't want to have a boss. I'm a boss. And it won't work. So this is some of your short-term goals is between 6 months to a year. If you have a business, if you're an entrepreneur, because an entrepreneur and a business owner is different. I don't have time to explain it, but one is innovative and the other one is stable, meaning that when you have a business, you're interested in customers. When you're an entrepreneur, you keep creating, Every idea that you have, you want to make sure it works. And long-term goal, you have to be patient. Someone tell you, oh, I make $10,000 a month, I make $1 million a year, and you rush to do that. But you just started your business. So you can't run with the Joneses. I don't know why they use Joneses, but that's what they say. We want to be like the Joneses. And this is just a continuation of your assets, the things that you would do to solve problems. And the most important thing for me, from being successful, this is it for me. Gaining more customers or clients quarterly is success for me. Because if you don't have clients or customers, you don't have a business. And you know, in this day and age, is the ones that are taking care of their customers or their clients, those are the ones that's going to rise. And that's just another, some businesses focus on success, progression, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is just an introduction of my research, what I did. And you can just quickly browse through it. I've been in business for over 20 years. I had 3 successful businesses with raising a family. It took a product, it took an idea, a product, a service. That's not all to a business. You can have the permit, the license, the website, the brand, you can have all of that and still don't have a business. The most important thing for a business right now is to make sure that you have your clientele or your customers. And if you have that, you have a business. If you don't have any clients, and you just on social media try to find clients, and that's not the only place you can find clients. I find clients to events. I find clients to trade shows. Every place you can find clients. So we're going to get into the meat and potatoes, which is self-care. We talked about self-love yesterday, but you have to have this before you have the love. You have to take care of you. You have to take care of this body, because if this body is lacking all of those things, and I used to be this for a long time. How many of you can say that you were like that? The 24/7 workaholic, doing it yourself to make sure it's done. Let me see by the show of hands, how many have done that? I remember, I'm a pastor. I remember when I started my ministry, I would be up all night reading the word, trying to get things done in order to give to the people what they needed. I don't leave that alone. Because I don't want to get into that part. You can achieve more when you're well. If you're sick, even though you have a business at home, it's not going to produce because you're going to be tired, you don't have sleep, and even though you get sleep, look what Dee says. If you're deprived from sleep, you're going to get unhealthy, you're going to have all these symptoms, you're going to be in a position where you get, my mouth is dry, can I have some water? You're in a position right now where that you would not be able to deal with your team members. And this is another part. This is very important. If you have sleep deficiency, it can cause all of these things: heart disease, kidney problems, high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, obesity, and depression. Do you know without enough sleep that can happen?
Mm-hmm. Real quick.
Thank you. So you have to take care of yourself. So the factors in running, these are the factors in running a successful business. If you don't have this in your business, you must well close up shop. And if your clients are not satisfied with your work, you're not going to get repeated business. So as you look at all of them, I'm not going to go through them because of time. I think the most, from the whole room right here, which one you think is the most important?
Satisfaction.
Oh,
Just tell me, which one do you think?
you read the number one?
I think it's like understanding your customers, because you can only give good customer service if you understand what issues they have.
Hire the right
Is
stuff.
ready to be satisfied.
They're all important. That's why they know some secrets. They're all important. But I will say for me, yeah, I would say, okay, let's get into that. Okay, this is understanding your customer. You have to deeply understand your target market. Everyone needs a target market. So if you have a target market, your audience need, you have to find out what they need, they want, you have to find out their behavior, and you have to tailor your product and services according to your customers. Because, for example, if you go into a store and they have diapers and pull-ups, I just use that because I have a lot of grandkids, diapers and pull-ups, and you see that the diapers are selling faster than the pull-ups. You will be ordering the pull-ups, you order the diapers. So you have to make sure that whatever you're carrying in your store is leaving within a month, a week. You have to listen to feedback of your customers. And in just about every business I do service after my client leave. I get feedback from them, and that's how you get reviews. Solving your problems, if you don't solve your problems before they impact your business, it's going to tarnish your image. Because customers quick to tell people, oh, don't go buy anything from her. She's not a good coach. So if you have good business tactics, you will understand that it's very important to make sure that your customer gets quality services. That's very important. I hope this is the next one. Offer value to your customer or client. These are the things you have to do. You have to make sure your product is exactly what you say it is. You can't tell someone one thing and when they go home, they're not getting what they're bargaining for. The foundation of any successful business is the customer trust. If that customer don't trust your service, if they don't get good feedback from you, if they have terrible experience in your store or with you as a coach. Now you're a coach, and when you tell me, okay, can you give me a call at 6 o'clock in the evening, and you call that customer at 6:15, 6:30, I don't want to deal with you. That's just me. I am very particular about time. Time is the essence for me. Your customer have to develop trust in you before they can even trust your product or your services. Trust is very important. Analyzing your competition. You have to conduct research, and because you want to make sure that your business research can identify the competition in your area, because you're in the community. There's so many stores in the community. There's so many coaches out there. They have 10, 100,000 coaches for business, but you want to make sure you get that right coach, that coach that is available to you. You have to find opportunities to differentiate your business from others. How many of you want to have a business that someone is going to come back to you all the time for that service because you give good service? And if you don't give good service, I'm not coming back to you. I remember I spent $5,000 for a coach, and I was telling my friend that when she's coaching me, she's in her car. And then when we meet the next section, she's asking me, where did we left off? I am getting $5,000 from a client, and I'll be coaching them while I'm driving to pick my son up from the daycare, pick my husband up from the airport. These things happen because people don't value you. They think that you are so gullible and that you need them, but this is my hard-earned money. And if I'm not getting what I want, I'm going to find someone else that can give me what I want. So, you're going to skip some? You're going to know your competition prices. When I started my cleaning business, I had a cleaning business for 10 years. How I knew how to charge for each home, I called if I was a customer. I say, I need my home clean. How much do you charge for this? How much do you charge for that? You have to do that to know your competitor's price. And these are the places you can find your competitors, find out who your competitors are. You can check their social media page, you can Google them, their website, you can read their blog. It's a lot of things you have to do in order to have a successful business. You want to be out there and have quality, not quantity, quality services. And you have to hire the right staff. If you don't have the right staff, you're stuck. Because the right staff means that employees can either make or break your business. If you don't have good employees, some customers having problems and they call you. And what happened? You have that person in the customer service is rude. put you on hold for a long time, till you have to hang up the phone. All of these things, that's not good customer service. And then all your employees also have to respect company values, their culture, and the dynamics of your business. You have to make sure that they have strong communication skills. I know for one thing, that my company, if anyone calls United Women Leaders Global Network, I'm going to make sure that I do feedback and do surveys. I'm not going to talk about that. Yeah, developing a strong brand identity. What is the strongest brand identity that you know right now? You can see it from the top of your head. Huh? Amazon, Coca-Cola. There's so many. So when they see your logo, they say, oh, she have a very good business. And they'll call your company out. So you're going to make sure, and also your packages and your presentation is very, very important. You have to have that distinctive name that when you say business, I'm a startup business coach. That's what I do. I deal with startups. If you can just have an idea. You just give me a sentence, and I can put your package together for you. I can do it for you, but you have to do the work. It's just like a teacher. Teacher give you homework. You can't come back with the page, you're not doing the homework. And your slogan, my slogan is breaking barriers, building bridges for women globally. That attract people. I'm global right now. This is where you will find customers. Business to business owners, you have to be authentic and you have to be able to communicate with your associates. You have to develop a strong company culture in the workplace. Because if you don't have, if you don't know your company rules and values, how can you represent them? You have to make sure of that. And this is another effective way of doing marketing strategy. You have to know the marketing channels that you use, and we know the different platforms, TV ads, social media platforms. I get a lot of customers from social media, Facebook. I get a lot of customers, most of my customers are on Facebook. My LinkedIn, I get a lot of international speaking engagements. I don't do TikTok because TikTok is another story. You get a lot of praises on TikTok. Develop a message. Your message needs to communicate how your product or your service is going to solve my problem. I have a drinking problem, and you have an agency or whatever that helps me to drink. But if you say, okay, within 6 months, this is going to happen. When that time comes and I'm still drinking, how can I recommend someone to you? Yeah, I know. So invest in technology. First of all, you have to stay connected with technology. Some businesses have a mobile app. Cyberspace, for businesses, you have to have that. And my question to you, I know who's going to get this question. What technology has the greatest impact in business since invented in 1983? Who could tell me that?
AI.
Huh?
AI.
No, 83.
It's 41 years old.
We use it on internet. The internet.
Oh, I thought you were talking about from one.
No, this one right here, the internet. What technology has the greatest impact? It's the internet. And excellent, you talk about excellent customer service, and you can quickly look at that, proactively helping others, that extra miles. You have to do extra to be different and to stand out. You have to do things differently. And I know right now that a lot of you are going to leave Spain and go and do something different that you would do before. And this is the conclusion of collaborating with other businesses in your community, attending conferences. In the month of October, every weekend I was in a conference. And I'm telling you, from that weekend, I sold 50 of my books by going every weekend. This is my book. It was published in August of this year. And this book has a little bit, you're going to see as I go. I mean, I want to go at a time. This is my book here, and it's a prayer book about praise and prayer that will help you with your business, will help you with your marriage, no matter what you're going through. This book will help you. And I want to thank everyone. And this is me. If you just